Uh, Good morning and Jai Hind students. We are going to study the last chapter of this book. Understand? Sorry, not last chapter, the last topic of this book. We are going to study. Okay? So the first book, according to your syllabus, CBSE syllabus, that is going to be the finished today. Understand? Our last topic is here the state and the civil society. So we shall see that in this what is the civil society. Understand? State means the government, administration, and on the other hand the civil society. Understand? The group of the people and who are the living in the state, within the state, okay, what the roles they have, what is the aims of the civil societies, their aims, their functions, or their association with the different institution within the state, whether from the state or whether their relationship with the institutions under the states. That shall be the we shall study under this topic, the state and the civil society. Students, you know very well the state actually is a very critical institution. State is a, and when it comes to the management of a cultural diversity. Now state is a very complications comes before the state when it's now comes down to resolve the resolve or the when it comes down to manage the cultural diversity in a nation. Understand? When the state had to manage the different communities live in our country, you know very well. Now the when the state had to be the manage these different communities as a nation, understand, as a nation, so then it becomes the very complicated, or this becomes the two a naughty questions for the state, a very naughty question. And now moreover, although it claims to the represent the nation, every state represents itself and the herself as a just as a nation. Okay, but sometimes the state now becomes the somewhat independent of the nation and its people. How? To the extent that the state structure, if you see the state's structure, now the structural setup of the state, the now state seems not to be the associated with the any nation. Understand? State now is the from the structural point of view, if you see the state, that the what the structure states had the legislature, that is the enacting law enacting body. Now the bureaucracy, which now accomplish the those policy of the state, policy of the states party and politics policy, the now implemented and accomplished by a group of collectively by the group of the officers from the holding the positions from the top to bottom. Collectively they make the efforts to accomplish the state's policy. So they are called the bureaucrats. This institution is called as the bureaucracy. Next we see that the judiciary system. Now this is the third part of the state is the judiciary system. Second is the executive, which comes under executives. I have told you the bureaucrats from top to bottom. The third is the judiciary. Understand? In the judiciary now functions as a interpreter of the laws, interprets the all the kinds of the law of the land. Understand? And moreover, the here we can see that armed forces, these are the also pillar of the state. Understand? These are the forces. On that basis the entire activity is command and control, entire whether the peace and order, law and order is maintained, the aggression from the other countries is now country is checked, or the controlled by the army or the military, which make the defense of our nation, and the armed of the state. These are the and the becomes the insulated from the people, or these are becomes the insulated from the people. Understand, from the different structure is that, and this is the not completely aligned with the people. This is structure I am talking about that, and then after people, or it also has the potentials to of turning the authoritarians, or these state legislature, judiciary, executives, and police, army have the potentiality to turn the state into a authoritarian state, like the state. Authoritarian state means the non-democratic state I am talking about. Now the Hitler's, Mussolini, in the Japan, understand, in the Japan, these states were the authoritarian state, means the non-democratic. They can turn. I am talking about that. They can, these institutions which were can and can change a state, a state into an authoritarian state. It means that in that authoritarian states, the civilians had the no right. The civilians are deprived of all kind of the rights, whatever they spared by the constitution. Entire freedoms is the suspended in this kind of the authoritarian state. I am talking about the dictatorship, like the dictatorship. You can understand in which the power is centered in the a few hands, or the alone a man controls the entire power, and even the citizens' life is completely controlled. Their cultural, their independence, all are controlled by the one man or the group of the man. Understand? So now I am talking that a state can be, and the state can be the turned into the authoritarian state on the basis of what? On the basis of the armed forces and the police forces. On that basis can be the turn into that, students. And moreover, here we are looking that an authoritarian state is the opposite of democratic. I talk na कि non-democratic countries are called as the just opposite to the democratic country. The democratic country means that a consensus. The government is formed by the consent of the people, by the mandate of the people, and governments runs according to the constitutional rule. Understand? Or moreover, the governments had to, and the moreover the government government works on the basis of the people's will. Understand? And people's in that kind of the democratic states, people's a large number of the civil rights are spared to them, and the civil rights are given to them. Many of the, for example, in our country, the fundamental rights have been given, or it has been stipulated in the Indian Constitution as a guarantee, ensure the guarantee of our rights. Understand? So now I am talking about that. Democratic states or authoritarian state were just opposite. Where no democratic rights. Understand? No consensus of the people is required there, and the decisions at top and people's voices are undermined, and people's voices are suppressed completely. And the moreover, or it is the state in the authoritarian state, it is the state in which the people have no voice. I talk about that. In the authoritarian state, people have no voice. In the dictatorship, nobody can speak against the government. You must know about the dictatorship under the Nazi government of the Hitler, the fascist government of the Italy. Understand? The first these states, fascist and Nazi, and the dictatorial state suppressed the democratic rights. People's voice, no. This is the gagged. People's voice are completely gagged. Understand? Or right to expression is completely gagged and suspended. So we see that here the voice of this power are not accountable to the anyone, or no one. Power of the voice, and those in power are not accountable to the. So in the non-democratic state or authoritarian state, accountability is not considered. There is no account. In the democratic state, the government is accountable to the people of the executive is accountable to the parliament, and parliament is the accountable to the people of the country. Understand? So there is a accountability, but in the authoritarian state there is no accountability on the part of the government towards the people. The governments are the governments is independent of taking all the decisions, suppressing the wishes of the people. Understand? So now here, authoritarian states often limit or abolish the civil liberties. I already talked that civil liberties is completely limited, either the limited or the completely abolished and completely gagged. Civil liberty, freedom of speech is not given, freedom of press is not, nobody can publish anything. Understand? Or freedom of the political activities means the no union, no procession, no demonstration, no formation of the any party and politics, entire is suspended. And right to the protection from the wrongful use of the authority, and the now wrongful just a right to protection from the wrongful use of the authority, and a right to the due processes of the law, and so on. Okay, wrongful authorities are given the enormous power in authoritarian state, and they now they do the high-handedness and do the excessives on the people, excessiveness of the people, whether the right or wrong. Nobody can questions, because there is no right to speak in that. If you opposes, they will be the victim of the wrath of the government's officials. So this is the, and the process of the due process of the law is not considered. Due process of the laws and the judiciary is not in practice, not a duly functions. Further, we are the, apart from the authoritarianism, understand, there is also the possibility that a state institution become unable or unwillingly to the response to the needs. Here we can, apart from authoritarianism, we can say there is also a possibility that state institutions become unable or unwilling to the respond to the needs of the people because of the corruption, inefficiency, or the local and the lack of resources. Apart from that, the governments may be also corrupt government, democratic government although but corrupt government, democratic government although but inefficient government, democratic government although lack of the resources. So now these, all these conditions can create the hazard and create the nuisance in the society. Or in short, there are many reasons why the state may not be the all that it should be the, and other conditions are also, a state can't be all. Understand? What should it be? What the state should be? Understand? Should be the state does not appear so. Understand? So there may be the so many reasons a state is completely incapable, or whether the capable or the dictator. Understand? That may and have been the happened from the part of the states. So now in that case, what will be the, what the citizens, what the voices, now the non-state actors and the institutions here the, and what the non-state actors and the institutions become important in the, in this context. Under these circumstances, under the circumstances of the authoritarian government, under these circumstances of the corrupt government, under the circumstances of the lack of resources or incapable government, understand? So who will play the role? Who will try to remove, and who will try to change the situation? Try to make this situation complete changed. Understand? So it is the, under this conditions now important in this context, the non-state actors or institutions come down to play the role in this condition, and those who are those non just a state and the protest, and now for they can keep now they can keep a watch on the state, and there is a civil society which keep the watch on the state and protest against its state's injustice and supplement its efforts. And now supplements means appreciate the efforts, good efforts of the state, and condemn or criticize, and now protest the injustice of the state. Who, apart from a non-governmental part, that is the civil society. I am talking about that. Under these circumstances, क्या है कि यही सिविल सोसाइटी है कि दो that states की को whether the appreciate करती है for the better work and always the condemn them for the wrong works. Understand? So it is the civil society I am talking about, that कि what they had the association with the state or not association with the state or the any organization. Civil society is the name given to the broad arena. It is the not in confined sense, narrow sense. No, it has a very broad sense and which lies beyond the private domain. It is not the private property. Civil society is not comes under the private domain of the any family, but outside the domain of the both state and the market. They play the role, understand, in the state and the market. This civil society. Civil society is the non-state, means civil society had no any connection and association with the state. No, no at all. And the non-state and the non-market part of the public domain, or it now works and functions on the behalf of the public domain, in which individuals get together, in which the many individuals got together, come together and voluntarily, not forcibly, not involuntarily or unwillingly, no, they come together willingly to create a institution and the organization. They come together under these kinds of the juncture which I have mentioned earlier. So these individuals, the group, the many individuals get together, willingly, not unwillingly. Understand? They get together and form the institution or the organization. They form the institution and organization, and moreover, and a institution, or it is the now it is the sphere of the active citizenship, or this is the role and spheres in the field of the active citizenship जिसे कहते हैं, that is the active, and here it is the active way individuals take up the social issues, or these individuals take up the social issues, social problems जो भी है, whatever the social problem is that, and try to influence the state. और उसके बाद क्या करते हैं, स्टेट को इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं, गवर्नमेंट्स को, अथॉरिटीज को. दे इन्फ्लुएंस द स्टेट एंड द गवर्नमेंट, मेक द डिमांड ऑन इट दिस पब्लिक इश्यूज. तो कोई भी वट एवर द पब्लिक इश्यूज इज एग्जिस्टिंग इन एनी एरिया, तो उसमें ये क्या करते हैं कि आते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइज होते हैं और गवर्नमेंट्स की अटेंशन कैप्चर करते हैं, इंडिकेट करते हैं. अंडरस्टैंड? और इश्यूज सोशल इश्यूज एंड ट्राई टू इन्फ्लुएंस द स्टेट, मेक द डिमांड ऑन इट, और उस पर डिमांड करते हैं, इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं, एंड परसू देयर कलेक्टिव इंटरेस्ट. एंड नाउ दे वर्क फॉर व्हाट? नॉट फॉर देयर इंडिविजुअल इंटरेस्ट एट ऑल, फॉर द collective interest for all. They now work or seek support for the variety of cases, and moreover they now try to gain the variety of the support for the variety of regions and the issues. They now try to gain the support of the other individuals. Understand? To resolve the any existing issue at a local level or the national level or at any level. Understand? They try to this, and it consists of the voluntary association, or they are the consist of the voluntary association. They are voluntary association. I have already mentioned that this is not the forcefully they are gathered. No, and in consist a association, organization, institution forced by the groups of the citizen or formed by the groups of the citizen. They make the organization the group of the citizen, so they are called as the civil society as a whole. This kind of the organization, social organization, is called as the civil society, and it includes the political parties, or moreover they include the political parties, media, institution, trade unions, and the religious organization and other kinds of the collective institutions they now include in that. The main criteria for inclusion in civil society are that organizations should not be state controlled, or that a organization is not state controlled, should not be the, and it should not be the purely commercial profit making entity, or neither the civil society is associated with the any commercial profits से नहीं मतलब होता है, understand, or no commercial profits. And moreover the main criteria for inclusion in the civil society are that organizations should not be state controlled and the profits making. Thus Doordarshan is not part of the civil society. If you say the commercial or the market institutions are not a marketing institution, or any commercial institution are not part of the civil society, and can't be the part of the civil society. Doordarshan is a part of the civil, now is not part of the civil society, though private television channels are a manufacturer, are a car manufacturing private channels can't be the and the, or are a car manufacturing company is a part of the, and the not part of the civil society. अगर कार मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंट्री सॉरी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अगर कोई कंपनी है तो नहीं पार्ट बन सकता सिविल सोसाइटी का. ट्रेड यूनियंस टू विच इट्स वर्कर belong are they can't be the, but trade unions can. Okay, now of course these criteria allow for a lot of now gray areas, and for example a newspaper may be run like the purely commercial enterprises. Newspaper, these are the commercial enterprises can rise, or an NGO may be the supported by the government funds. NGO may be the supported by the government fund. So the civil society are not associated with this. You have to be the keep in these minds that how the civil society is not associated with this. And moreover, we have we can not discriminate. The civil society is not associated with any market profits making institutions profits making, understand, or civil society is the very work in a very neutral form, understand, a non-profiting form. And moreover here one thing is that the Indian peoples had the brief experience authoritarian rule के बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं about that कि now Mrs. Indira Gandhi, understand, in the June 1975 she claimed the emergency over the entire country, understand, or almost 18 months I suppose our country had been under the control of the authoritarian rules. She suspended, and all the government's leaders had been prominent leader had been arrested and put into the jail, and now civil liberties was revoked, and the censorship was imposed, and the political activities were banned already now, and the officials implemented the programs. Now the government courts the many of the programs, and the officials were dismissed, or the many governmental programs were in courts, and the lower level of the officials were dismissed, Most notorious was the forced sterilization. During that time, sterilization was done and campaign in which the large number of the died due to the surgical complication. Now whosoever they caught, understand, they were sterilized, and this created the surgical complication and the large number of the deaths in India happened. This became the menace in the India. Horrible conditions were during the time years. Understand? People were escaping. Youngsters were escaping in their houses. Understand? Taking the shelter not because of the sterilizations process was forcibly going on. And when elections held, we know very well that 1977 the Congress lost its power. The Congress was brought down from the power, and the people voted overwhelming against the ruling Congress party. And Congress party first time since the independence lost its power. Understand? First time this was the incident in the history of the Congress in India. Or emergencies and the soft day and helped the, and in this emergency system the now the people sought emergency people sought participation and help the or energize the many of the civil society initiatives that emerged in 1970. So in our country, this civil society emerged in 1970s. This period saw the resurgence of a wide variety of the social movement, and this was the reason and the cause of the emergence of civil society. This period saw a large scale, on a large scale, the movements started in our country, or taking the different kind of the issues. Understand? Taking on the different kind of the issue, including the women's environmental, human rights, Dalit movement. Today, activities of civil society organizations have an even wider range, including the advocacy of and the lobbying activities, national or international agencies as well, the civil society, as well as the active participation of the various movements in the world that is the going on. The issues taken up are the many issues are the, I am just telling you, divorce, ranging from the tribal struggle. Today's issues are the for the land rights, devolution in the urban governance, a campaign against the rape, violence against the women, rehabilitations of these displaced by the dams construction, developmental projects, fishermen's struggle against the mechanical fishing, rehabilitations of the hawkers, pavements dwellers, campaigns against slum demolitions, for housing rights, primary education reforms, distribution of land to the Dalit and so on. Civil liberties organizations have been the particularly very important, playing the role in this regard, or keeping the watch on the state and the forcing it to obey the law. And these civil societies are the keeping their eyes on the state and forcing the state, understand, for the implementation of their demands and the law. The media too has taken the increasing active role in this. No doubt, media have taken the active role and the pressurizing the government, forcing the government to initiate the actions or the measures for the issue, for the issue, and especially emergent visual and the electronic segments of the. Another most important segment recent initiatives, the campaign right to information is one of that, beginning with the agitation of the rural Rajasthan for the release of information. Government funds spent on the villages. Understand, the right to information first raised in the Rajasthan and the village people now, and that despite the resistance of the bureaucracy, this right to information was now passed by the government as given the form of the act. Understand? So now the detail has been given in the box. We shall go through. Understand? So the students, that is the winding up, or this book has been the finished. Second book we shall, and I suppose that only 2 chapters in the sociology we shall study. Understand? From the next time, we shall start the next chapter. Two chapters are remains. Two chapters I shall teach you. Then after the sociology course will be the in the history we shall do. We are doing. We have to do a lot. Thank you very much.